Going over tips and tricks for Blox fruits first seed, second seed, and third seed. So the first tip, if you ever need money, you're going to want to head over to Pirate Village. And then once you're there, I'll show you. Okay, so the way to get money, you're going to want to come here. You're going to first get this blue chest. Then you're going to want to come up here. And there should be a yellow chest. And then you can and then you can maybe have a quick look around. Blue chest, and then once you do that, you can quickly kill the chef if you want. And also in this house here, there is a chest, and then you can serve a hop. The other way to get it, you're gonna want to head up to Skylands. And then once you're there, once you're at Skylands, you're gonna want to probably have air jump. You're gonna want to jump onto this tree. And you're gonna want to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, just kind of jump and dash up. The chest here if you want. You don't really need to get that. And then once you come here, you're gonna need to use a move that can break stuff. And break this. You're gonna come into here. And then once you're here, you can serve a hop. You can go over here. And there will be some chests that you can serve a hop. I'll show you them in a second. So then you're gonna want to come to this building. And you can come in. You have to use a move that can break. Or flush it. And then you can collect all these chests for about $8,000, and then serve a hobbit again. And then also, if you want a bit of extra money, you can also, and you have enough levels, you can then go and probably kill the boss, the thunder boss. So he's pretty easy once you just have to probably get the level, and then you should be able to kill him. Not too hard. Yep. And he is dead. And then the next tip, if you ever need money, you're going to want to come. Oh, there's also some few chests here if you want. You're going to want to come. And it's in Skylands again, okay? It's probably one of the best ways to get money. I'll show you. It's a boss that you can kill, not for the other way. But another way to get money, you're gonna want to come back to mistake. You're gonna want to come back to the Skylands. You're gonna want to go back to this place, and there will be a building. And in the building, there will be a diamond chest. But that's not the most. The thing is that grants most of the money. You gotta go into this building. There should be a chest here. No, look up. See that code? You enter that into here for lots of money. Now, all jokes aside though, the next tip is the best. This is like my ideal way to level up. So you're gonna want to start in a certain way. And then probably continue like that. So what you do, first you're going to want to start. And first you're going to want to just grind as much as you can till level 50 or beg your fruit. So remember, you cut to them, you round them up. Hold up, give me a second. Let me just swing it how much mastery on so I don't kill them. You round them up with your melee, not too hard. And once you round them up, you just gotta kinda, yeah, you know what to do, right? You know, you go for the other enemies. They come close, you just kinda attack them. And the bandits, make sure you don't group up too much at a time. You can group up 5, but you're gonna have to be a tiny bit careful because you could die. And then the second you get level 50, you're gonna wanna go spin a fruit. And you want to keep spinning fruits as often as you can. until you can get either light, ice, or another good fruit for grinding. So like a logia or something. Okay? And then if you want, you can even check on like a Blox Fruits tier list radar on how good they are for grinding. Once you do that, you want to farm. This is a hard bit, okay? You're gonna want to farm $1.2 million. It may be hard, but trust me, I've done this and it works. And the second you get that, you're gonna want to come to this guy. He's at this island, and he's also at the pirate starter. And talk to him, and there'll be fruit in stock. And sometimes there will be a fruit in stock called, let me get to it, Buddha. And if you don't spin it, if you don't somehow spin it, and you just end up getting something like Ice or Light, you then buy this for 1.2 million. And then if you already got it from the thing, then you want to think. Then, the second you get that, you're going to want to head over to, I'll go to the island. It is, let me think. So first you're going to want to head to prison. So then once you're at prison, you're going to want to spawn any boat. It doesn't matter which boat. Once you spawn it, you want to look at the way it's facing. You just want to go that way. You can either ride the boat that way or you can get there another way. Doesn't really matter. And you just want to go all the way until you get there. And then you'll start to see like 2-3 islands kind of. In the middle there'll be a whirlpool, which is where you get to, which by the time you get Buddha, you might already be here. And if you don't know what's in here, it is the underwater city. Now once you're here, the thing you're gonna want to have $650,000 when $750,000 when you come. And is it here? I think. No, here it's here. Here it is. You gotta come next to this, next where the Fishman Lord is. And I want to come into here. So you have to go to the end. And then here will be someone. He's water kung fu teacher, and he gives you one of the best fighting style in First Sea, called water kung fu, and it's pretty good. And I'll tell you more about why that is good once you get to the second sea tips. For now, that's really it. Now, another thing that you must do while you're in First Sea, it's called getting the saber. And if you haven't already gotten that, I'll tell you exactly how to do it. So what you're going to want to do, you want to head over to the jungle, which you should know what... Oh, one last thing. You see this loud tremors across the sea? That means that it happens once every 4 hours, I'm pretty sure, and it spawns a boss called Greybeard. He's a raid boss level 750, and unless you're already in the second sea, if I were you, I probably wouldn't try and fight him unless you have someone helping you, because he has a lot of health. Anyway, continue back to the saber. You're going to want to come over to the jungle, and there should be some buttons. Now, I've already pressed them, but I can still show you where they are. So, first button should be right here. And you're going to jump on it, it's going to turn green. Next, there should be a button over here on one of the trees. And I want to jump on that and it'll turn green. You just want to come around and there should be a button in one of these bushes. And if you see this, the saw spawned. That means that a boss called the saw spawned at Middletown and he gives you a weapon called the saw. Anyway, back to this. The third button will be right here. And that's all the buttons on this island. Now the next button will be on this little second island where the Gorilla King spawns. I'll just keep, yep. And right here will be the next button. Turn green when you jump on it. And the very last one is on this tree. Just jump on it and thing. Now you're going to want to come into here. So you're going to come, this is where the quest giver is. You're going to want to come downstairs. You're going to want to come into this hole. There'll be a chest, free money. And there'll be this. So what you want to do, you want to go up to this torch. And I can't grab it, but you should be able to grab the torch. I've already done the quest, so I can't grab it, but if you haven't, then you can grab it. Then you want to come out, and you're going to want to head over to desert. And if you don't know where that is, then you probably shouldn't be doing this challenge anyway, because you need to be level 200. I didn't mention that earlier, but remember, you need to be level 200 to get this sword. You can do the quest now, but you can't. But we have to wait till level 200 to actually get it. So then anyway, the desert will be over. So you go to Pirate Village, go to the left a bit, and it will be there. There'll be an island. It'll be a desert, like a desert kind of. Yep. Should be this way. And once you're here, there'll be a certain house that you have to go in. So see how there are all these houses in a circle? And then there should be one off to the side. This house will be half submerged in sand. There should be a red door. And to come into it, there'll be a house. You get the torch, and there'll be a wall right here. There'll be a wall right here. You have to burn it down with the torch and grab the cup. Now the cup, I won't be able to grab it, but it will be an empty cup. And then you're going to want to bring it to the snowy village. And then once you are there, and then once you're at Snow Village, you're going to want to head over to the doghouse, which is right here. Drop down, there should be a cave. Now this is also, while you're here, if you haven't been here before, you can buy Aura, Air Jump, and Flash Step. Aura is like, gives you a bit of defense and also makes your punches and swords stronger. Okay? Then Flash Step will let you do this thing where you can kind of flash step like that. And when you do it, it's kind of good because it can help you go through walls and some stuff. And then Air Jump just lets you jump more than 2 times. Now, once you get the cup, you're going to want to come to this little glacier that's dripping. So I'm going to come under it, and the cup will fill up with water. So once you come get filled up with water, you have to find the right house. Should be a man in there. Okay, you're going to want to give him the water, and he'll say thank you. And he will tell you about his rich son, which is located in Pirate Village. And then once you're at Pirate Village, you're going to want to come, and there should be a rich man over here. You're going to want to talk to him, and he will say, thank you for saving my father, but someone stole all my money. And then what's going to happen, you're going to want to come over this way. And this boss might be a tiny bit hard, but he should be easy if you're over level 120. And he will be somewhere over here. There'll be a tiny little island. You're going to see it. There it is. You're going to want to go to it. And then in the island there should be a chest, which is the rich man's money, but we don't really care about the chest. What we care about is actually killing the boss. So you come here. You can get the chest if you want. Gotta kill this boss. Should be kind of easy. And once you kill him, you're going to want to head back to Pirate Village. Once you're back at Pirate Village, you want to talk to this rich man. He'll say thank you. And he should give you a relic. With the relic, you're going to want to head back to jungle. And once you're back at jungle, there'll be a little thing here. And I already done it, but you have to get the relic and walk up to it and tap it, and then this door will open. But you can't, if you're under level 200, then the door won't open, okay? Just know that. And then once you do that, you're going to come to this room. There will be a really hard boss, or he'll be kind of hard. He does lots of damage. Look, he does a decent amount of damage, and he also has a long range attack, so you have to be really careful of that. And when you're beating him, the goal would probably be to try and stand back and hit him with moves instead of coming in close, because he will kill you. And you also revive his health really fast. You're going to want to try and kill him without letting him revive. And then once you do that, it'll be a guaranteed drop for the saber. Now, why would you go through all that work to get the saber, you may ask? Well, that is so you can get this. It's called Instinct, and basically what it does, you can dodge attacks. And once you get the way to get it, you're going to want to head back to Skylands. Then once you're back at Skylands, you're going to want to head back to where we were before. Up here, you just do a few dashes, jumps, should be there. And you're going to come back to this cloud again. And then you're actually going to want to go back to the same place we were before, in that building where we found all the chests. So yeah, give me a second, just to get over there. Then instead of going through little holes, you're going to want to go on top. And once you're here, you're going to want to come. For $750,000, you can now buy the Instinct. Remember, you need to get stable to buy this. So then that is how you get Instinct. So that is all for the video. I'll be making a part 2 World War Second Sea, part 3 for Third Sea. And if you want to know anything else, I'll do another video. Oh, and last thing, remember, if you need help grinding, you always use 2 times XP codes, which basically double the amount of XP you can get. Which I can put a few on the screen. I'm going to put a few on the screen right now. So just type in, so if you want, you can screenshot this, come back to the video, come back to the photo, and remember the code. So for now, it's bye. Bye.